All right, so I came in smiling. I like, seriously, the gist is juicy, okay? The Real Housewives of Abuja, episode 4. It is indeed juicy. So, grab your popcorn, grab your juice, grab your wine, whatever you drink, grab a seat. Let's do this, okay? All right, so yesterday we did the review, which we should have done last Friday because the show is okay. Let's quickly check our sound. Good. Okay, so it's good to check your sound when you are live because you're going to be talking for a while. So if your sound is not okay, you're going to end up talking to yourself. So the Real Housewives of Abuja, episode 4. We did episode 3 yesterday, and like I said, I refused to watch episode 4 because of you guys, okay? Now, first of all, much love to everyone that stopped by to watch the my review, okay? Because I know that lots of review, you could have gone to any other channels. Thank you also very much. I'm super grateful. Sit put, don't go nowhere because this is juicy. The number of shade going on, people partying with their son, their godson, and this one and that one, people being in the street. Like it is all around juicy, okay? This episode is juicy. And the gossip of Jeruma continues, okay? I told you guys what happened with Jeruma in episode 3. This is like a continuation. We're going to dive right into all of that. Like when I watch, I take my time to write down every juicy detail. So when I sit here, I won't just be brainstorming and I don't want to miss anything. I want you to get it and understand it. So, first of all, if you're not following us, please, please, please hit that red subscribe button on the channel, turn on your notification bell. I remain your host, the reviewer, Octavia Cora. And on this channel, everything trending gist, okay, celebrity gossip, world news, and all of that. Every fun stuff you will find here, and not so fun stuff too, because we also report on some news that are not so uh, good. But yes, that being said, let me just quickly pull it up and let's dive right into. Uh, I have it all on my phone. How do you guys used to show this thing? Like, ooh, are you gonna pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up? Let's see. Yeah, so I don't know. It's so bright. It's so bright, I don't know why. Okay, so I think you guys can see now. So all of this is what we're reviewing, okay? So it's a lot. So let's go to the beginning, the Real Housewives of Abuja, episode 4. So episode 4 started with Tutu walking to each of the ladies' door to knock on their door. Like, you know, they're in a staycation. So staycation continues, okay? Tutu is still hosting. All right. Remember episode 3, for those of you that, if you've not caught up, we have the playlist, okay, on the channel. So please catch up with the playlist so you will understand. Because sometimes when you jump in like this, you might not understand what is she talking about episode 3. I don't know about episode 1. I don't, okay. So if you're not following, that's why I have playlists for each of the program I'm reviewing. So I'm reviewing the Real Housewives of Abuja. I'm also reviewing the Real Housewives of Nairobi. So, and I also did a review on the Real Housewives of Lagos. So if you didn't watch that show, you can still catch up on that playlist. It's just everything about the Real Housewives. Okay, so the Real Housewives of Abuja, we've reviewed episode 1, 2, 3. This is episode 4. So yes, let us dive right into the gist right now. Okay. So it started by Tutu, who happens to be the host, walking to each of the doors and knocking. Now they've been partying and all of that the previous night, okay, where the show ended, uh, and all of that. So now she wanted them to go out for yoga. Okay, Tutu loves her yoga. Tutu talked about that when they did the introduction, when they all introduced themselves and told us what they are all about. Tutu also mentioned she does yoga. She loves her yoga. So Tutu walked up to their doors, knocked, tried to wake the ladies up. A lot of them weren't having it. Okay, people didn't want to wake up that early. And okay, so, but some of them finally stood up and was like, okay, let's go do this thing and all of that. So people that woke up was Arafa and Comfort. Now already the yoga instructor was outside waiting for them already because Tutu brought a yoga instructor. Tutu is trying to be official and cool with everything. Tutu did a fantastic job hosting anyway, but we'll get to that toward the end anyway. So the people that finally left the hotel room and went outside to do the yoga with the yoga instructor was Tutu, Arafa, and Comfort. The three of them walked out with their yoga mat, looking all good in their sportswear. I really loved how they looked. Like the ladies look good, they look hot, okay, bum bum popping and all of that, their boobs, everything. They all look good. So they went out all dressed in their sportswear and yoga mat, went and sat down. And the lady, they started the yoga, bend down, twist this, twist that. Comfort was like, I don't even understand. Like, stretching, I don't see stretching as something that is so stressful, but then it really is. And I can see that I can't even do some of the moves that she was almost falling down. It was fun and all of that, but they're trying to stay focused and listen to what the instructor was telling them to do and all of that. They were in still exercising. Then uh Princess and Samantha now walked in. They came late, but they were still exercising. So Princess and Samantha joined them in doing the yoga. They did the yoga at the point, and Princess came in complaining. Okay, Princess was complaining that she does not like exercise, that she would rather starve herself to death just to get to lose that weight. But when you talk about going to the gym, yoga, Pilates workouts, and all of that, she is not interested. Okay, that this her waist trainer that she's wearing, all these things, she's not trying to kill herself and all of that. That she is there for moral support. So she's really not going there to do exercise. Well, Princess is going there as a moral support. And I thought that was really funny. Like Princess is just the vibe of the show. She's doing too much, I think. And as a lawyer, I think Princess should carry herself somehow in a way, but Princess doesn't care. Okay, this is one lawyer that I've seen that doesn't give a hoot of what you think about her. She's just gonna do her. She's just gonna do what she wants to do. That's Princess for you. So Princess said she was coming as a moral support. She really didn't care so much about the workout. All right. Then the yoga instructor, after they did the bending, the hanging, all about yoga and all of that, what they do. I'm not going to break all of that down. Yoga, exercise, and all of that. So she now told them to all lay down on their mat and everybody should be silent, respect the person next to you, all of that, just to keep everything quiet and all of that. So when they laid down, she now started giving them massage. I thought that was really cool. She gave all the ladies massage. Samantha really, really liked it. She said she felt it. She loved that the yoga instructor did that with them. So after the yoga class and everything, but still, OJ Pocherella was missing in action. Now, when Tutu went around and knocked everybody's room, one person that cracked the door, like she didn't even open it, she cracked the door a little bit and just banged the door on Tutu's face. And that was it. Tutu stood there, was like, what's going on? And OJ Pasarella didn't open the door. OJ Pasarella is one of those types that don't play with their sleep. And OJ Pasarella wasn't waking up early in the morning to go and do yoga, exercise, or whatever you want to do that early morning. She is not interested. She wasn't. Mm. So she didn't show up. So after they finished their exercise, the yoga instructor left and they all sat down on their mats, like almost in like a circle facing each other. And they were just chatting about what happened the previous night, which is when Tutu invited the at the party, the lingerie party that Tutu did, which we reviewed yesterday. So that's why I said you have to catch up on what we reviewed yesterday so you understand what happened in episode 3, because this is a continuation. So they started talking about what happened at the lingerie party and how Jaruma left, because Jaruma is still nowhere to be found, and all of that. So when the gossip started, Comfort now asked um, Tutu, said, you're the host, but you came here and you only accounted for OJ Posherella that is not here. What about Jaruma? And she said, I don't really care. Like, I don't give an F what's up with her. And she was like, and then Comfort said, well, it is said that when, how, the case of when all the one ship went astray and Jesus Christ went to get that ship and bring the ship back. And she said, she is not doing that. Okay. That if she had left the ladies, who would have catered for the ladies? She was the host. So there's no way that she would have followed Jaruma. Well, they were trying to tell her that when Jaruma left angrily as the host, she was supposed to follow Jaruma to find out what's up and all of that. And not putting at least let her check up that they understand. I comfort in confessional session, understand that what Jaruma did was good and wrong. And even though Tutu feels like Jaruma owes all of them an apology, that Tutu should just check up on Jeroma just to make sure that everything is okay. But Tutu said she wasn't going to do anything like that. Like Tutu was really upset. She said she was called here to do something and she didn't deliver. In Tutu's mind, Jeroma did not deliver. And that's it, because Jeroma did not do the presentation. Like when we reviewed yesterday, I mentioned that after the whole cat and rat fight between Princess and Jaruma stood up and said her assistant is going to come in. And I believe the ladies were thinking after they don't know what the assistant was coming in for, but she had promised them some presents. So I think maybe the lady might have been thinking that the assistant will bring presents and all that. And Jaruma will come back and tell them about the sex therapy and all of that, even though they thought she wasn't a sex therapy. And I agree with them. She isn't. She's a kaya mata seller, aphrodisiac seller. She's not a sex therapist. But anyways, and I felt like the ladies too were kind of wrong on that one. But, you know, so Tutu had already had it up to you. Like you didn't deliver what you were called here to do, you didn't do, and all of that. And then you also left without even saying goodbye. And there's no way I'm going to check up on her. So each of the ladies, Arafa, everybody just shaded them. Everybody was just saying one or two things about that. Then Princess was the one that had it hot. The rest of the ladies kept mute after when Jeruma was talking her whole thing and all of that, trying to hype herself, how she doesn't go for events, and the ladies seeing her here and all of that. That when you don't show up so much in a place, you get more respect and all of that. Princess was the only person that stood up to her, and for me, it was surprising that the ladies were now backing Princess up, because when Princess was talking to Jaruma, none of the ladies said anything. Keep quiet, don't keep quiet, say something, don't say something. Like, everybody just kept mute and allowed the two of them to fight. Nobody felt what she said was wrong. But now, when Princess was explaining to them, now they were feeling like, okay, that was a shade, that Jeroma was throwing shade. So I think like there was a whole, I feel like there was a whole misunderstanding going on there. So moving on. Let me see. Okay, so while all this conversation was going on, OJ Pasarella was still enjoying her sleep wherever she was. Okay, all right, let me see. They talked about Jeruma. Princess finished Jeruma, continued with, she was like, she feels so that as she's talking about Princess said as she's talking about it right now, that she's still fired up. She's so angry because she realized, looking back, she realized that so much she wanted to say to Jaruma, she didn't even get to say to Jaruma because nobody was saying anything. Not like she just felt like she was the only one talking all of that she wished she had given Jeroma even more than what she gave Jeroma. Okay. And all of that. So after that, they now asked the host to like, what's next? They said next is brunch. But then they now showed OJ coming downstairs. OJ has changed and all of that. Finally woke up from her slumber, changed her clothes and came down. And she called Tutu on the phone and they went downstairs for coffee. So both of them sat down and they were chatting and all of that. But that's Tutu and OJ Posherella. Remember, she didn't go for the yoga, so they chatted and they talked a little bit and this and that, hinting about a little bit about Jerome and all of that. And okay, then OJ also talked about her music. Now OJ has a very beautiful voice. OJ talks with a small voice, like a newborn baby, like it's very small baby. But when OJ opens her mouth to sing, goodness, OJ has a beautiful singing voice. That's not like I don't know who's going to dispute that, but anyways, different opinion and all of that. But if you ask me, OJ has a very beautiful talking voice, and I really love that. I'm sorry, a beautiful singing voice, but I think her talking voice is kind of annoying. It's sounding like mosquito in your ears, but when she sings, it is just oops, beautiful. Okay, so she told Tutu about her music, and Tutu, they showed Tutu in confessional. Tutu was like, yeah, OJ does a lot of stuff. She knows about her perfume, her jewelry, and all of that. But OJ is someone that does a lot of stuffs, and she loves that OJ wants her to support her because OJ said she's going to be launching her music very soon. Okay, her album she's going to be launching soon, and she's going to need the help of Tutu. That she knows that Tutu is the vibe. Tutu knows this and that, Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and all those places that she will be needing Tutu's help. And Tutu was like, oh, wow, okay, just call me when you're ready and when you feel like I need to come into the game. Let me know. I will come there, I'll support you, I'll do what I have to do, and all of that. So that was that. The next the showed was Arafa and Samantha going to the gym. Now, let me just quickly say something about Samantha because we're touching down on the ladies. And like I said, Princess is the big mouthed one. Princess talks a lot. Princess doesn't really act like a lawyer. No. Anyway, so let's talk about Samantha. Samantha is so cold. Samantha is colder than any refrigerator or deep freezer or Antarctica. Like Samantha is so cold. Samantha is cold and boring. Frankly speaking, Samantha is not giving it on the show. If it's only Samantha on the show, trust me, a lot of people won't watch. So somehow, I think Princess is one of those, Princess and Tutu, they are really keeping the show going. And when it comes to shade, Arafa is keeping the show going. But I cannot say what Princess is. Okay, maybe in terms of dressing, giving us the Barbie vibes and things like that. Like I love what her fitness, what she wore to the gym. That looked very nice. And but when it comes to the vibe, people want to see some. It's a reality TV show. A lot of people are coming in for the drama. A lot of people are coming to see that big personality. She is not just there with any of those things. But anyways, did I ramble a little bit? Back on track. That's why I love reviewing. That's why I love doing it live, so we can say everything that's on our mind. I really want you to enjoy. So even if you're not watching, because I know that Showmax, like you get comments like that people in the US will tell you they cannot get Showmax and all that, so they cannot even watch the show. And I don't even know why Showmax is not doing so much to make it available worldwide so everybody can actually get it. Okay, so Samantha and Arafa at the gym. They went in. Samantha went on like a bicycle. Arafa went on a treadmill. Arafa was doing treadmill, the walking thing, and she was cycling. Samantha, and you're like, "How are you? I'm fine." And this, I felt like the gist was really boring. I don't know why they don't bring so much energy. Yeah, you don't know yourselves that much, but this is a reality TV show. You signed up for something. Give us something. That boring, do it when you're in the house when we cannot see you. Don't bring that. That's not what we want to see. We don't want to sit down for an hour, 45 minutes, 46, 48, 49, 50 minutes to an hour watching you doing I felt like the conversation at the gym was really boring and dry. But anyways, both of them are fashion designer. I don't know how I missed that in the beginning. So that really explains why I feel like sometimes Arafat dresses like a masquerade, like very weird, too much of everything. She had when you have this big hair going on, this mohawky kind of hairstyle and all of that. Sometimes you have to tone down on some of the things and all. But Arafa is all over with so much this and that and that. So it did make sense when Samantha mentioned that Arafa is also a fashion designer. Samantha is a fashion designer. Arafa is a fashion designer. Also, they make clothing and things like that. So I was like, okay, now I get it. Arafa is giving us, like Tiana did. Tiana was all over with this big, massive couture and all of that. So that's Arafa is giving us that kind of vibe with the kind of dressings that she's pulling up. So yes, so they talked, and Samantha said she makes clothing for kids and adults, and Arafa makes clothing for only adults and mostly casuals and things like that. So Arafa asked her when is her next brand, when is she releasing her next uh, stuffs, and she said she's looking at Christmas or soon or something like that. And then Arafa said she's still working on something. So both of them they're really working on something, okay, that they're going to be releasing anytime soon. So yeah, the next thing after the gym scene, the next thing they showed us is brunch time. Okay, the ladies are getting ready to go to brunch. So the theme for brunch is they had to. I don't even I think they wanted to go with like maybe English kind of, like brunch settings or something like that. I guess that was the theme. But I don't know why the ladies are always missing. They will say one thing and they will do something totally different. Like if you want to dress like the abroad people, give us the abroad people's vibe. Whether it's the US, it's the UK, it's the whatever, Europe, United States, whatever, Australia, anywhere, just take your time, do your research and know what you need to know. So I just feel like they will say one thing and they will show up with a totally different concept. Like they miss the whole thing. But anyways, let's keep going. So it was brunch time and they were all ready to go for brunch. Where was I? Okay, so the first people that arrived at the place was Tutu and Princess. Both of them came first. I love what Princess wore. Okay, I love what Princess wore, although that fascinator, uh, let's leave it at that. But I love what Princess wore. Princess wore a blue, like a blue pencil skirt and orange top with a lot of ruffles and things going on at the chest area. And then um, Tutu, the host, wore an Ankara, the traditional, this African fabric with a little bit of yellow stuff going on with the fascinator made from Ankara. Just that her fascinator just looked like some beret, when the beret is flat, like that, boring. Like that fascinator, they could have done something better with her fascinator. I felt like Princess's fascinator was nice, but I think it was very loud. That the fascinator being that massive, then this thing that was going on in the chest shouldn't have been there, or a bit reduced. But Princess did look good. Okay, so and when they walked into the place, now one thing I noticed from beginning to end is the decor. The people that did the decor in this show episode, this is in one episode, all the episodes we've been seeing, they are doing fantastic job. The decor is always beautiful in any place the ladies are going, but it's the ladies that are ruining it with this style of dressing, and maybe they're doing it on purpose for the show. So we can talk about it right as we are talking about it right now. So it was orange and blue vibe, like sky blue and orange. That's the decor they gave the place. Beautiful, beautiful blue flowers and a touch of orange here and there. When they walked in, Princess was dressed exactly as the decoration in the place, sky blue and orange. And she was like, "Oh, I matched with the decors." Like she was so excited that she matched with the decor. And I felt that was funny. That's Princess for you. She's just everywhere, don't care. All right. So then the next people that walked in is Arafa and yeah, Arafa and yeah, Arafa, is this no, Samantha and OJ Pasarela came late. It was Arafa and Comfort. Arafa and Comfort came in. Comfort was wearing a very nice gown too, a floral kind of gown, nice bright color, looking good, and all of that. But then she paired it with this kind of deeper life caps. Like, did I say that? Okay, I take it back. She paired it with this kind of weird cap, hat she was wearing on her head. Well, they say they were all wearing fascinator. Let's call it a fascinator, but a very weird fascinator, like those old deeper life women who wear. Just picture that in your mind, and you know what I mean. So Arafa came in again with all glitter gown with some things happening here, like some of these giant trees we have in Africa that they are I say branches, not branches. Their roots are gigantic. Those kind of a hen. That's what Arafa was looking like a world tree in Africa with glitters on it. So, but then Arafa came in and Arafa did like they were so funny. The shade on this place. Then Arafa came in and looked at the host Tutu and shade Tutu and said Tutu is dressed like an Atilogo dancer. And now some of you might not know who Atilogo and all of that. I wish I have a photo of the Atilogo dancer so I can show you. Okay, Atilogo is a dance from the eastern part of Nigeria. The Igbo people, I know they dance Atilogo. I don't know if any other tribe in Nigeria does, but the people I know that do that Atilogo dance is mostly the Igbos. Okay, and they are in the eastern part of Nigeria. They have this loud costume that is black, red, green, yellow, almost like a rainbow, like but black in the color. And also then they have a cap they wear that like a dinosaur thing is going on there on their head, and a lot of like if you've seen African traditional wears, a lot is going on with it. So that's what Arafa said. The host Tutu was dressed like that. The host looked like an Atilogu dancer, and that was really funny because she was saying it and she was doing her hand like this. And I felt that was really funny because they were shading each other. For me, none of them got the memo. Princess tried, the rest didn't. OJ Posharela for sure. I don't know what she's always wearing, but at this point, OJ has not even arrived. OJ and Samantha, they've not even arrived. Anyways, so Arafa kept throwing shade. Arafa went round, shaded everybody, said Princess looked like that princess should have been the decoration of the place, that her fascinator should have been the chandelier that is hanging from the place and all of that, that she looks exactly like the decoration and all of that. Tutu in a confessional shaded Arafa, and Tutu said Arafa missed the memo. She missed the whole thing. They're talking about hustle and bustle, and she just missed the whole thing. And I thought that was funny that Arafa is dressed like she's going to a club, not going to a restaurant. That she doesn't even understand what is going on with all of that glitter that is blinding her eyes that Arafa is wearing. Okay, then Arafa jumped to Princess and said that okay, princess look like the decor. Okay, that I mentioned. Yeah, should be the chandelier. Yeah, plenty of shades. Then at this point, now the latecomers are coming. Latecomers, you know who we call latecomers. If you've been watching our review, the latecomers is Samantha and OJ Posherella. These two are always late to everything. Anywhere they have to go, they arrive late, they arrive last. So that was when both of them majestically walked in. And then when they sat down, that was when Tutu, because they were all waiting for them, they were just chit chatting. So it seemed like all of that they were doing, they were just doing it to wait. So they said they waited over an hour before Samantha and Oji Posherella arrived. So when they sat down, Tutu now used her long nails, you know, these long nails that some ladies fix. Now use it to hit her glass like, like attention, please. And then she addressed the ladies. She thanked each and every one of them, and she said she loved how they looked. And she said when she was giving her speech, that's when she also shade Arafat. She had said it in her confessional, and then when she was giving her speech, she now shade Arafat and said, even though she doesn't understand what Arafat is wearing and all of that. But then Arafat said, well, I'm glad you guys noticed me. I wanted to be noticed, and I'm glad you noticed me. And so she addressed it. So she's very grateful that the ladies showed up, and she sees that they're putting in their best and all of that. She knows that this is time that they could have used to be anywhere else, to hustle, bustle, make their money and all of that. But yeah, they came to do this with her, that she's really grateful and thankful and all of that. So she now said, well, I see how everything went from a party and everything we've done, but I think one of the reasons why I wanted to host this staycation is because I want us to get to know ourselves, even though I know some of the ladies here very well, but I don't know everybody. So I think we can all get to know ourselves by sharing something about ourselves. If you want to share something personal, if you just want to share uh, just generally the kind of person you are and all of that, that would be good. So we all get to know each other a little bit. And she said that she now started talking. She said, okay, she will go first as the host. So she shared about how she's been in an abusive relationship, and that has really changed her. That's why she looks like she's kind of shady, but it's actually coming from a good place, not from a bad place. That she's a positive person, so there's no way she's going to be shading someone and doing all of that in a negative way. It's coming from good. But she said she knows that sometimes she's just too much, and that they should bear with her. She was talking, and she was like, "Ah, my hand is shaking," and she lifted her hand up. You know, you could see she's becoming emotional, talking about her past relationship and all of that. She was becoming emotional and all of that. Her hands were shaking, and OJ was like, don't cry, don't cry. And the lady was trying to tell her not to cry. Her eyes, you could see her eyes was red already. She was trying to control herself. She said, no, I'm a bad bitch. We don't cry. Bad bitches don't cry and all of that. Just but you could see her eyes was already, you know. By the time she finished explaining it, you could see the tears dropping down. They gave her, you know, she got a towel to clean, to dry her tears. And then the ladies were just, you know, all, I love the fact that they all were so quiet. They were all sympathetic, because sometimes you will see somebody feeling all emotional and somebody else in the group will be saying something else or acting nonchalant. No, this didn't happen. Everybody was really quiet, trying to listen to her story, listen to whatever she had to tell them and all of that. And I think that was really amazing on the side of the ladies. And she said they should bear with her when she's throwing tantrum and all of that. What she needs is comfort. And the moment she said when she's throwing tantrum and acting out and all of that, that sometimes all she needs is comfort. And then Princess said attention. She said comfort. And then the camera zoomed and showed comfort. Because you know, one of the ladies, her name is Comfort. And I thought that was really shady. The cameraman was being shady there. Okay. So after she finished, you know, giving her reasons for her tantrum and all of that, Arafa now, they now showed Arafa in confessional. She didn't say it on the table. She said, well, I kind of understand why she's the way she is. But I don't think you should let your past define you, because Princess said something that abuse changed her, and that's why she thinks she needs more healing. She needs more healing and all of that. But people should understand that that's why she behaves the way she behaves. So I think some of them are thinking you want to use that as an excuse. It has happened already. Heal and move on and do it. So I guess that's why Arafa came up with, said that don't let your past define you, and that's true. Don't ever let your past define you. Okay. Then the next person that spoke was Samantha. Samantha said, well, for me, I love to keep to myself. I'm a quiet person. I love to keep to myself. I love to stay in my shell and all of that. But another thing is I try to get to know you. And if I like you and all of that, then we can vibe. But before then, I always keep to myself and I'm always quiet, and that's it. And the next person that spoke was Arafa. Arafa talked about her kids and how she misses her kids, how yesterday was a bad day for her. And if her daughter was around, her daughter is 16, if her daughter was around, her daughter would have known what to say to her to just get her back in a positive mood and all of that. Now she really missed them. And the lady asked, what's up? Where are the kids? She said his kids are abroad studying, that it was really difficult for her to send them, to make that decision to send them abroad to study, but she had to do it, and all of that. So most of the ladies, they showed them in confessional. They said they cannot understand missing the kids. Some of them said they cannot even stay away from their kids. I think Princess said she cannot stay away from her kids for a week. That she can't. She cannot even do that. So she doesn't even understand how people, that she's not trying to judge, but she's just saying she can't. She cannot do it. She doesn't understand how people can be away from their kids for so long, that she totally understands why Arafat is feeling. So Arafat too was all teary when she was talking about it, cleaning her tears, talking about how much she misses her kids and all of that. So the a whole abroad thing, Princess says that one is not for her. She's not gonna do that and all of that. The next person that spoke was OJ Posharela. OJ Posharela said, what you see is what you get. I love everyone. I'm drawn to everyone. I can vibe with everyone. I love positivity. I know sometimes it's very difficult for people to see that it's true. Like people feel like it's fake and it's not real. But and some of the ladies interrupted her there and said, "Why not? Some people are like that. They're always positive, always that. But doesn't mean they don't have. But they are always like most times you meet." And she was like, "That's her. She can vibe with anybody. Wherever she gets to, she can easily, mingle and all of that and just vibe. That she doesn't really have any kind of hard feelings or something about that. Even if something actually in confession, and I said it doesn't mean that things will not happen that will piss you off or get you angry, but the way you react to it is what is going to make the difference. And that's true. And so far, we've seen that that's what OJ Bosharella has been presenting. OJ has been so positive and so calm, so and all of that, giving us the Carolina Danjuma thing, and both of them are friends anyway. Okay. And then the next person that spoke was Princess. Princess went in by saying she is loud. She talks a lot. She throws shade. She's this, she's that, but she respects people. When she said that, you need to see the eyes of some of the ladies, because throughout the show, Princess has been giving people basketball. So when she said she respects people and all of that, but she did say she's loud and she's loud, she's over the top and all of that. But she said she loves to respect people. But if you don't respect her back, that is when she's going to give you the basketballs. That she doesn't really care about your age or whatnot. She will respect you, but if you don't reciprocate, that's when there's going to be a problem. And the basketballs you're going to receive. Remember, Princess is the one that everything is FU. Like everything, Princess is FU. Everything she's saying, the F word must be involved. Tututu is a little bit like that. Tutu says the F word a lot. They use bad words a lot. These two, noted so far. Okay, so after Princess spoke, the next person that spoke was Comfort. Comfort said, well, so far I'm going to go with what OJ Pasharella said. What you see is what you get. It's just what it is. And then they showed Comfort in the confessional. And Comfort said in a confessional that she noticed that everyone is playing safe except the host. And I also noticed that the ladies didn't really want to talk about themselves. I guess because they don't really know each other like that and they're not comfortable yet, most of them. But I guess the host, being the host, wanted to just share something personal. But the rest of the ladies, nobody shared anything personal. Everybody just talked about a little bit about their personality, and that was just it. Even the personality thing, some people didn't even touch down on their personality. Like Princess said, she's loud, she's this, she's that, and Tutu said, I'm this and this and that. But there are people really didn't. So all the ladies, I accept, I agree that they all are playing somehow. But in confessional, Samantha did say if she's comfortable and in the future there's something she needs to share, and if she's comfortable with the person or with one of the ladies and she feels like she needs to share something personal with them, that she's going to do that. But for now, she has not really reached there yet. So I think most of the ladies are hinting that they don't know each other that much, so they don't want to share personal stuff yet. But it might happen in the future. But for now, no, they are not going to do that. So at this point where everybody has spoken, they now showed the brunch guy. Brunch was, it was time for brunch. So the chef started doing Chef Issa. I think that's his name. Chef is his name is Issa. I don't know if he's Arabic or Arabian, or I don't know where the chef Issa is from, but he's got that. In my eyes, he looks Arab, So I don't know exactly where he's from. Anyways, so the chef started doing his thing. Now they were doing the gold meat. If you've seen all those Dubai, they love doing those gold expensive meat kind of thing, meats that are wrapped in gold foil. They would just sell it in millions. And I was like, meat now meat. Last. Goat na goat, chicken na chicken, ram na ram, anything na anything. Wrapped in gold or silver, anything. Carry go heaven, come back, goat na goat, meat na meat, chicken na chicken, lamb na lamb, sheep na sheep. You get it. If you don't understand what I'm saying here, comment down below and I will translate. But anyway, so the chef took over and he started doing his chef thing. If you've been to all those expensive, or if you watch all these chef Dubai kind of things where you see them doing their chef things, and in Europe they do the same too in some of these expensive places you go to, and the chefs are doing so much with fire, with meat wrapped in foil and stunt and all of that. Yes, that was going on. So while the chef was doing all those meat thing with his knife slicing and then wrapping and all of that, the gold meat they were showing us and all of that, Tutu was dancing, next to the chef and the fire. And I was like, Tutu, what are you doing now? The man is preparing his thing. Why are you dancing to it? And but anyway, Tutu was excited. So she stood up and she was just dancing, hands up and doing all of that. And then showing the faces of the ladies. Then they showed Tutu in the confessional. Tutu was like, I love the fact that looking at the faces of all the ladies, they look pleased and they are all smiling. And I think they really love what is happening right now. And I'm really, really glad and all of that. So okay, so after the chef finished throwing hands like this and doing the fire, flame, and all of that with the meat that is wrapped in gold foil, then he now cut them, start cutting them in smaller pieces where it can fit in someone's mouth. After he finished doing that, he now took his fork and pinned one of them and started teasing Tutu. And Tutu opened her mouth and they did the dribbling like football. And then he finally fed her. And I was like, now here me, I don't want to go expensive restaurant. I beg, if I don't know you, no feed me, I no fish out. Like I said earlier, if I say anything you don't understand because I'm adding a bit of Africanness and vibe there, comment down below, I will translate. Anyways, so he fed Tutu the piece of meat in the mouth, and then they showed when he fed Tutu, you needed to see the face of the biker lady, Comfort. Comfort is just giving us these grandma vibes, I'm telling you, old woman's vibe. So Comfort was rolling her eyes like, what's going on here? I don't even understand. And then they showed her in confessional. She was like, that she doesn't understand what is going on, and that she doesn't see which one is tomahawk gold meat, something like that. Tomahawk. I don't know if they were saying it correct. If I didn't hear properly, I don't know. Uju's talk show. You're welcome. Thank you very much, ma'am. Hello, host and everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Uju talk show. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. We're doing the review of the Real Housewives of Abuja. So Comfort said, which one is this tomahawk gold meat, that she doesn't understand that this is bolongo? And that made me laugh because there's something about Nigeria. If you're Nigerian, you will know this. Like the different parts of Nigeria, it's kind of they have kind of different street food and different traditional food. And say traditional, we have different. So there are certain things that people in the north will say, people in the west, people in the south, and east, and all of that. Like it's different. Everybody have different things that they eat. Like I can mention some of those, but let's. So when she said bolonga, I was like, what is that? Like anyway, just but I think what Comfort was trying to say is this whole thing is just overhyped. That is a regular thing that you can see in the streets and all of that. And the only thing is the whole place look posh and there's music and this whole thing is going on, but there's no difference between what she has just seen with this gold tomahawk, the way they hyped it and all of that. So I thought that was funny. So after that, the chef, let me see. Yeah. So and all of that. And after that, the chef now went around pinning the piece of meat and feeding each of the ladies, teasing them a little bit. They open their mouth, do the movement. I love that. I thought that was cool. It was entertaining. It really just brought another side of the show because, like I said earlier, the Real Housewives of Abuja, I feel like there's too much emptiness and all of that, and most of the ladies are boring us to death. Okay, so I really like all of that big movement with the chef and the ladies. So he went round and he fed all the ladies. Then the next was them popping champagne, drinking their champagne. They stood up, they were, shaking their body a little bit, vibing. Then the champagne guy came, the guy that did serve them the champagne was doing his own stunt where he would hang his hand from behind, pouring with the glass and the wine, like he had his hand like this and doing different stunts and pouring like this, holding the glass cup and then the wine and then pouring from behind, pouring from side, pouring like for every lady that he poured a drink for, he had a different style that he used to pour. So I was like, okay, the chef, the meat guy, the chef came, did his own. Now the champagne guy too has to do his own. So I thought that was cool. Then towards when they wanted to leave, Tutu now said the best dressed person will get something in the morning. That she said she has made mental notes of the best dress. So the best dress will get something like a gift in the morning. But if you don't get anything, then you are not the best dressed or you're not among the best dressed and all of that. So the lady, they danced, everybody bust some move here and there, and all of that. OJ gave us some good. So I was like, oh, OJ can move, OJ got some good moves and all of that. So then they now showed the ladies one after the other in their confessional, and they all said positive things. And I was like, whoo, it's very difficult to get these ladies to say something positive about an event or something that is happening. So everybody was kind of positive, kind of enjoying the way Tutu is hosting them in this staycation. And I thought that was cool. So after that was the pool party. Another drama. Another drama, okay? On the brunch, it was shades, okay? Shades on different level. But the pool party, all right. So pool party, they showed the pool party, beautiful decor once more. Like I said, the people doing the decoration for this Real Housewives of Abuja, they are doing fantastic job. I think they are really getting it. But the ladies are boring us, and their outfits sometimes is not just giving, if you ask me. And to know that some of them are even fashion designers, I don't understand. But anyway, beautiful decor and all of that. They show the ladies walking in. You know, at this point, they've even gotten a name for Comfort. She's the biker with mohawk and all of that. They call her Mommy G.O. And for those of you that might not know what Mommy G.O. like, it's kind of, like the general overseer's wife, like a pastor's wife. So sometimes people say that Mommy G.O. because they're always very reserved, the way they dress, they no makeup, no this, no that, very spiritual. Those kind of, sometimes some of them can be boring. All right. So they already call her Mommy G.O. And to her, she's like, she doesn't even understand why she's being called Mommy G.O. Mm. All right. So yeah, wait. Now let me finish. When I finish, I'll give you. Wait. All right. Sorry, my little one just woke up. Can you close that door a little bit? Can you close the door so the music doesn't come in? So I don't get copyright. Close this door, okay? Good. All right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was trying to finish this review before she wakes up, but that didn't happen. All right. So Princess and they already call Comfort Mommy Go. So then was Arafat stood up when they got to the place for the pool party. Um, the host Tutu was wearing kind of full dress. She wasn't dressed like someone that was going for a pool party, even though she was the host. Although she explained that it's that time of the month, so she won't be able to go into the water. She won't be able to get wet and all of that. But I didn't see any of the ladies going into the water. No swimming, no pool game, no nothing. So I don't even know why they call it pool party and why they did it by the pool side. I don't get it. Although Arafa was dressed for the part, Arafa was looking all sexy, all cool, tied a black kind of veil on her waist, looking all of that. The ladies all wore revealing things, kind of most of them, and but still, Princess wore a very full length trouser, but kind of net mixed with the joint with the pants, that kind of thing where you can see skin and all of that. But nobody was hinting to go into the pool. Everybody was just sitting down, like very boring. Arafa stood up at a point, tried to dance, yet she tried to get the ladies, Princess, stand up, but that nobody wanted to stand up, nobody wanted to dance. But in confessional, everybody was complaining that the party was boring. So I was wondering who is making it boring. All of you are doing it, and all of you are complaining that you don't understand why the party is boring. Oji said it just seems like you can hear the sound of cricket. Everybody's doing. Tutu said she doesn't even understand why people are not getting wet. She said it's a pool party. People should go into the water. Which is talk shows that really, I'm telling you, sis, like really, it was really funny that you go for a pool party and not even go close to the pool, even if you're not swimming, go close to the pool, other people swimming, teasing, at least put your leg in the water. If you don't know how to swim, at least do something to show there's a pool party. But they were just seated at the chair, having their drinks and just holding their glasses and just talking to each other. And I was like, what is this? This is not a pool party. Like the decor, the vibe, the ambience, the environment, everything was beautiful. Everything was cool. But the ladies were just not giving. I don't get it. But you said I don't follow the show. Really, the show is funny. It is funny. The Real Housewives of Abuja is going on now, and also the Real Housewives of Nairobi. That's another fun one too. Only on Showmax. Say the way you're talking about it, it is very interesting. It is interesting. Like how the reality TV shows. I don't know if you follow the Real Housewives of Lagos. So it's the same Showmax that is running the Real Housewives of Abuja and the Real Housewives of Nairobi, Kenya. So the show is fun, but some of the ladies are boring. They're not just giving us vibes, okay? They're all boss chicks, but some of them are not giving us the vibes that we are expecting from the ladies of the reality TV show. But let's hope that they will improve. All right, so Oche said it was boring. Tutu complained that she doesn't understand why the ladies, Tutu is the host, said she doesn't understand why the ladies are not getting wet and all of that. That why, like what's going on? She doesn't understand. Arafa at this point is already pissed off that she stood up, she was dancing. She doesn't understand why music is playing, it's a pool party and all of that. Everybody sits down, nobody wants to dance. That once she sits down, she's not standing up again, she's not dancing, she's not doing anything. That the ladies are boring her to death. She sat down, took her glass of wine, crossed her leg, and then that was when Comfort stood up and said the fact that they are calling her Mommy Go, that she's going to show them that she's not a Mommy Go, that she can vibe. Okay, she was dressing all sexy too, wearing crop top and a very tight red kind of skirt top that has like she was looking all good. But she wasn't, and then she now stood up and started rocking her friend Arafa. But Arafa wasn't standing. Arafa wasn't doing so. At this point, I guess Arafa was already upset and she didn't want to do anything. But that's a little bit. So Tutu was really complaining. Then the ladies now decided to stand up to dance. So as when they stood up, that's Princess Comfort, and Samantha, I think three of them, they stood up and started dancing. They're trying to get Arafa to stand up again. Arafa said, she already said if she sits down, she will never stand up again. She'll not dance. She won't do anything. So that didn't work. So then we now saw some young people walking into the party. Tutu started jumping and jumping and jumping. Now, Tutu, remember, is a lady that said Tutu is there, out there. Her head, Tutu is not married, although it's called the Real Housewives, but not all of them are married. Tutu is not married. She said she's still searching. She's the one that said she's a serial dater. She went to this in 3, 4 dates in a day. She can do that and all of that. So she saw her friends, young friends coming in. She started jumping. And I was looking at the faces of the people as they were walking past, and I was like, there's going to be trouble. Immediately I saw the young friends, they were just so young because some of the ladies are of certain age. We're talking about Comfort, Arafa. They're ladies of certain age, you know. So I was thinking, at least if you're inviting friends, invite guys and girls of certain age too, that so all of you can actually vibe. And some of the ladies are married also. You have to put all of those into consideration. No, that was not Tutu. Tutu invited all her young friends, and they all walked in, wearing t-shirts, wearing funny caps, those kind of people. And some ladies, I think I saw an extra lady there, and it was one or two, but most the rest were guys. Immediately, the ladies' there's eyes there rolling, like, what's going on? Comfort said, like, I've seen like people the age of like my sons are here. Arafa said my godson is here. Like, I thought they said it's going to be a party where people are going to come in. They're going to, like big boys, well connected. They're going to come in and they're going to they're going to spray us money. These are the people and all of that. So they just went to one side. That's Arafa and Comfort went to one side and separated themselves from the group. And like they weren't going to, they were not going to party with their grandchildren. And I could understand because come on, now it's like you're partying with small children that you have their age mates or children older than them actually in in your home, and now you are here partying and they're going to be more. No. So then after a while, she was trying to get the ladies to come and dance, shake their body, do a little bit of one thing or that there. But the ladies were kind of skeptical. But Arafa and Comfort were on the side, calling themselves old school. They're like laughing, and they were just talking and gossiping. At some point, Samantha left, came and spoke to them a little bit. But the other ladies tried and warmed up a bit to the guys, like to the newcomers. They went and they danced with them. They all danced together. But Arafa and Comfort, they weren't going to dance with their grandchildren, okay? And all of that. So I think upcoming, that's going to be a problem because I think they might. Tutu Pai had done very well hosting them, but now they're like they thought she said she's looking for a serious relationship, something, all the serial dating thing, she going on different dates and all of that. She's trying to find a serious person and that could lead to marriage or whatever. But they said they're not seeing that. She said she has left the street because Princess and accused her because Princess and Tutu were so close, but Princess is married with 2 kids now. So they used to scale fence, jump from Tutu. Like Tutu said, she used to tie bed sheets in their staircase and climb down for them to go party, the two of them, Princess and Tutu. So Princess was accusing her that she likes this bad boys kind of vibe, and she's still out in the street. She was like, "No, I'm no longer in the street. I'm looking for something serious and all that." But with this, all the ladies are kind of now agreeing with what Princess had said, that yes, Tutu is still on the street. Because who are these people doing shit like like oh, that's kind of young boy vibe that yeah, she's still in the street. Daxi, cat's illegal. Sorry. So at that party, while everybody was dancing, as for Tutu was jumping on the guys and doing her thing. Her friends, they were not having it, and a lot of talk, a lot of yap 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 was really really going on the side. Okay, so the next thing they showed, they were all back in the hotel, and then OJ, Posharella, and Comfort got complete breakfast in bed. So I guess these were the two best dressed in Tutu's mind. Okay, so but then Princess also received, but it seemed like Tutu is just trying to avoid Princess's problem. Hence, she also gave her breakfast. So now Princess will be thinking that she is the best dressed. So let's see how all this thing will play out in the next episode. Okay. So after the whole breakfast thing and all of that, it was time for them to leave. That's where the staycation ended. And the ladies pack their bags, and you see them exiting the staycation place. Yeah, not your bag, the ladies. So the ladies, they packed their bag, and you could see them exiting the staycation place one after the other. And I was like, okay. So then they now showed us what's going to happen next. Like, they will show you what to expect. So in episode 5, that's where you see where I think it was Arafa, Princess, and Comfort. It seems like they were in Arafa's home, and they were talking about something that led into an argument. Uh, and Arafa stood up. Okay, so they were sitting, Princess was sitting, Arafa was sitting in the middle, Comfort on this other side. And then, pardon, sorry, give me a second. Let me bribe this little madam with something that will keep her quiet until. Okay, so just scroll and find what you want to watch in here. All right, so so they showed the three of them. They showed them. All right, sorry for that break. Mom's life. Anyways, so when so they showed what's gonna happen in episode 5. Comfort, Arafa, and listen. All right. So next episode, you're going to see what's gonna happen. So there's going to be a big fight between Arafa and Princess, where it got heated. I don't know if it's going to get physical. So let's wait till next week, Friday, and we will see what's going to happen. But it was a heated argument where they stood up and face to face with each other. Leave my house, I'm not leaving, and all of that. Thank you all so very much. See you all when we review the next episode. Thank you, Sis Uju, and bye, everyone.